right. First and foremost, give all praise. It's like your voice cracked. First and foremost, give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone who rule well and who was worthy to be counted for double honors. And peace and salutations to you brothers out there pushing this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for love of the gospel. All right, it's the brother Gabar here from the Indiana camp. Come back at you give another sit down to basically talk about making excuses, man. All right. Well, I'm gonna just hop straight into it. This is Sirach, the book of Sirach, chapter 32 and verse 17. It says, "A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will." All right. So basically, the word reproved, if you know what the word reprove means, basically means rebuke. All right, correcting someone. You know, if they're doing something faulty, if they're doing something wrong, if they're going down the wrong path. If you see the guy is not doing the things that he's supposed to do, it says well, you're supposed to reprove him or rebuke him. You know, you're supposed to correct that person. All right. But it says what? It says a sinful man will not be reproved, but find it an excuse according to his will. So guess what? He's going to find something to basically back himself up, an alibi, if you will. You know, he's going to say, oh, well, I couldn't do it because of this, or I couldn't do it because I ain't got no phone, or I ain't got no camera. Be wary of men like that, man. All right. That's always finding an excuse to do something. That's always finding an excuse to basically exercise what they think what is right, man. All right. They just don't want to take the reproof or the rebuke, because 9 times out of 10, what the brother or the brothers are getting you on is most likely correct. All right. And even if it's not correct, even if it is faulty, even if it is wrong, if you like, oh, well, I was misjudged, or let the Lord fight for you. Let that come out later. All right. I've seen numerous examples where brothers have even been kicked out of camps, and then the Lord had their backs. All right. Where the Lord actually, they let the Lord fight for them, man. All right. So even if you are getting accused wrongfully, even if you are getting abused wrongfully, you think the Lord is just going to sit there and just let that by? You think the Lord, so that by you saying, oh, no, I want to plead my cause, you want to fight for yourself, you're not giving a chance to the Lord to defend you. All right? That's what you do, man. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to let the Lord defend you. All right? You're not supposed to always try to get the last word or try to it's not about that, man. All right? If you're doing, hey, Slakia, I'll correct myself. You know, that's all you can do, man. OK, because right now we're not perfect. We're going to fall off. Sometimes you will get weak. Sometimes you are going to fall off that horse. But guess what? You have to just get right back on there and keep pushing. All right. That's the only type of advice I can give to a person, man. Keep pushing. Keep having that fire to push. You know, because if that fire gets weak, if your desire to push the truth gets weak, then guess what? You need to start questioning yourself. All right. You need to start questioning yourself to see are you really within this thing, man. All right? Because like Jeremiah says, what? It was I tried to shut up, but it was a fire in my bone where I could not withhold myself, man. So Jeremiah said he wanted to refrain from teaching, but he couldn't because it was such a fire. All right? That's how much it was burning in his bones to go out there and preach. You know? And that's how we should be, man. All right? When we go out here and we reprove and we rebuke these people, tell them, hey, you need to get right before Yahweh Shah comes back and destroy you. What they do, man? They say, oh, some of the main examples is what? God can only judge me. You got to die from something. You're telling me I can't eat pork, so that means you can't wear mixed fabrics. You can't do. They want to point out all your all the things that you're doing wrong, except for really reproving themselves. They're not even hearing the message. You know. Now, first and foremost, we're not even sitting here and telling you have to completely do every single thing that's in the scriptures, man. Even though how much we want to, but guess what? We dwell in a world that's full of wickedness. We understand that we can't establish the law in this land, man, because this land is polluted. All right. So that's why we do the best that we possibly can, man. All right. We understand that we can't make our actual own clothing. We can't go kill and pick cotton and actually sort through cotton and make our own clothing, you know, or there's certain jobs that permits brothers from working on the Sabbath, which is actually, if you work on the Sabbath, that's actually a sin unto death, you know, but there's nothing we can do about it. All right. Some brothers, in order to keep their job, they must work on the Sabbath. All right. And that's where grace falls in, man. That's where the Lord actually understands. So he says what? Just rehearse the righteous acts. But when it comes to a time, like we always say, when it comes to a time where it's taking the RFID microchip or taking the jab or something that's blatantly against the scriptures, then we're not going to do, man. All right. That's where we draw the line at. You know, that's where we say, hey, no, to hell with the society. If they want us to take the RFID chip in order to work and make money, then to hell with that. No, I'm not doing it. Because in Revelations, it says what? He that take the mark is basically going to have his part in the lake of fire, man. All right? There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You know? But back to this, according to his what? It said, I'm going to read it again. It says, a sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will, man. All right? Basically, you know what? Always finding an excuse, you know? They're not being reproved. They're not, hey, scripture says, matter of fact, I'm going to get that in the book of Proverbs. It says, Proverbs chapter 27, verse 5, it says, open rebuke is better than secret love, all right? So if a person is rebuking you and if a person is basically getting on your case, they're really secretly loving you, man, because they don't want to see you fall with this world, because this world is aspiring, is aspiring down the sink, man, all right? And they don't want to see you being partakers in that chaos that's coming, all right? So they're trying to pull you out the fire, man, all right? Scripture says what? Suffer, let me get that. This is Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. It says, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor. I didn't even know that it was in there. It says that in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. All right. I thought it just said thou shalt not suffer sin upon thy neighbor, but I didn't even know rebuke was on there, but it goes with the lesson. It says what thou shalt not, it says that any wise rebuke thy neighbor, correct him, and not suffer sin upon him. See, not suffer sin upon him, man. You know, so if you see your neighbor going off, if you see a brother going off and getting weak or how can I say, going down a wrong path, well, you're supposed to correct that brother, all right? Because you don't want to ultimately see him get destroyed, you know, and vice versa. If that brother is always constantly bucking up, saying, "Oh no, I'm right, you wrong," then hey, you can't sit there and say, "Hey, I didn't warn you." You know, because that's exactly what we're doing to these people out here that's not listening to us, man. When we go on the highways and byways, or when we tell them on the internet, or if we tell them in our everyday lives or whatever, man, we're telling them, hey, we're trying to bring them out that fire so we don't suffer sin upon them, so that they won't be destroyed. But guess what? They're ultimately deciding that no, I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm gonna do my own thing. So hey, the blood is off your hands, all right, because we've done our job. Let me get that. I haven't brought that out in a minute. I think it's in Ezekiel. Yeah, here it is right here. I'm gonna start from damn. It's like the more I go up, the more I want to start. I'm gonna start from 3. Fuck it. I'm gonna start from 1. This is Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 1. It says, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him from their set them for their watchmen, if when he see the sword coming upon the land, and he blow the trumpet and warn the people. See, that's the job of a watchman, man. We supposed to what? We supposed to blow the trumpet when we see the sword coming, man. And who is that modern day sword, man? That modern day sword is Esau, man. And Esau's coming. Revelations 12 and 12 was what? He's coming down seeking who he may devour or Or I probably got that mixed up. Hold on. I see it's either he's seeking who he may devour or he coming down as a roaring lion. It might be both. Hold on. Revelations 12:12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein. Woe unto the habitation of the earth and of the sea, for the devil cometh down, having great wrath, because he knoweth he has but a short time. That's what it is. He coming now having great wrath, man. All right. Knowing that he has a short time. So guess what? In this time that Esau still has a little rulership, guess what? He's going to come down with great wrath. He's really going to show you that he is the serpent. All right. So what? We're set up on that. We're set up on that watchtower. The Lord has chosen men to make videos and warn the people in these various cities, whether it be Houston, Texas, Ohio, Iowa, Wisconsin, California, Ohio. I said Ohio. What's it? London. What's that? What's them islands? Hawaii. That's what I want to say. Hawaii, Maine, Florida, wherever a camp is set at, the Lord set brothers up there. So what? So they can warn the people of them states. All right, and ultimately the world. All right, that's our job, man. Matter of fact, let me get this right quick. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And that's our job, man. We're not only here to warn the people, but we're also here to break down strongholds, man. All right. We're here to break down that myth that's saying what God loves everybody. God has come to save everybody. Everybody is welcome into the kingdom of heaven. No, we're here to break all the myths, man. All right. The Lord loves Israel. The Lord is coming to choose Israel. All right. And not even all of Israel, man, because 2/3 of the Lord's people are destined to be destroyed. The Lord has really come to save his elect men. All right. And the 144,000 and the 1/3 of Israel is the Lord who is coming to redeem. All right. We're also here being myth busters, man. All right. Certain things, certain myths and fables that's in the world, we're here to break those, man, through the scriptures. All right. Making it plain upon tables, man. All right. These dark sayings, no, anybody can just read these dark sayings and know what they're talking about. I mean, shit, just give the Bible to a Christian and tell them to break down Revelations, just break down Genesis, or break down Daniel. He'll have a fucking field day, man. He'll be talking about God knows what, So the Lord endowed his wisdom and knowledge and understanding to certain men on this planet Earth to break down those strongholds, man, to make his visions plain so that these people may understand, all right? Through the various brothers, okay? So what? The Lord set us upon our watchmen. It says, well, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, man. That's exactly what we are, man. That's exactly what we're doing. We're set upon our watch and we're upon the tower. All right. And we're here to break down the vision and make it plain upon tables, man. So if we have a brother that's coming and saying, hey, I don't get the reincarnation. How are we reincarnated? Then boom, we can bring out the various scriptures to prove and to edify about reincarnation, man. All right. I don't get how did everybody come from just two people? Then we'll go to Genesis and break down how there's a nation of Adamites, all right, and how there was more than just Adam and Eve, the myth that there's just only two people here, So basically, we're here to break those certain strongholds about the Bible that's been pushed upon the earth for so many years, man. All right. It says, if in verse 3, it says, if when he see the sword cometh in the land and he blow the trumpet and warn the people, it says, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. See, man? So guess what? The dude did his job. All right. He was set upon the tower. He blew the trumpet when he seen the sword coming. And guess what? The people that listened, they were saved. And the people that didn't listen, they got swept away. But the people that got swept away, it's upon their own head. All right. They can't blame nobody for that. Because they all heard us, because people see us out there, people hears what we're saying, Sometimes multiple people. Sometimes we have multiple people come by the camp, you know, walk by, drive by, you know. Some people we actually teach on a Friday when certain people drive that way to go home from work. So some people see us every Friday. All right. It says, verse 5, it says, and he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. See, delivering his soul, man. What? Because he took warning, because it caused him to do an action. He heard the sword, it called him to do an action. Thus for what? He delivered his own soul, man. All right. He must have got right with Yahweh Shem Yahshua. And that's what we're doing, man. That's our job. Our job is to what? To turn Israel back into the Lord, man. The ones that the Lord chosen. Now, do we know which? Oh, yeah, the Lord chose this brother. We're going to teach it to this brother. Oh, no, the Lord chose this brother. We're going to teach it to this brother. Oh, the Lord didn't choose you. We're not going to teach you. No, because when we teach, we're tackling two stones. One, we're waking up the 1/3 and the 144,000 elect men that the Lord chose. And two, we're condemning the 2/3 of Israel and letting them know that they're going to be destroyed for rejecting the Lord. That's the two stones that we're accomplishing when we go out there and teach. So we don't know which man is an elect man and which one is a 2/3. So guess what? We just treat teaching to every single person that comes unto us. So that's for it's tackling all stones. It's tackling two birds and one stone. That's for if he listens and he takes heed and he turns and repents, then guess what? He's more so might be that elect man. But if he doesn't listen and he turns and he basically keeps doing the things that he's doing, then guess what? He's most certainly going to die in his sins. But guess what? That blood that's required is going to be off of our hands. He's going to be required at his own head. All right. It says, but if the watchmen see the sword coming and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he taketh away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hands. See, so that's another job. I'm slacking. We're not only doing two jobs, we're actually doing three jobs. All right. We're looking out for ourselves because we don't want to get taken away, because we have the Lord endowed us with the spirit, knowledge, and understanding to break down these scriptures, and we just don't want to sit on it and be swept away and have these people blood on our hands. All right. Because the Lord gave us a job, and guess what? If someone die, if a city gets destroyed, and there was brothers in that city, and they didn't go out on the highways and byways, they didn't make videos, they wasn't telling nobody, then guess what? That city will die in their iniquity, but the Lord is going to require at those men's hands, because they knew what the Lord was going to do, and they chose not to say nothing. They chose not to put no videos up. They chose not to go on the highways and byways. They chose not to tell nobody. So thus forward, the Lord's going to require all that blood upon them men's hands. All right. So not only are we going out there and condemning and waking up the Akim, but we're also saving our own butts at the same time, man. Because me personally, I don't want to get caught up in this world, man. And I don't want to have nobody saying, oh, well, he didn't tell me. No, such. He didn't make no videos about it. And we didn't know, Lord, you should require that as his hand. So guess what? I'm saving my own self at the end, man. All right. I'm covering my own ass, if you will, And that's another thing too. When you see your brother falling, man, if you see your brother falling and you know that he's going down a wrong path, and you're not sitting there to help him out or catch him or rebuke him or say, hey, bro, hey, don't go through that, man. Go this way. You're going down the wrong path. I see it. Other brothers see it. We're telling you to go this way. And if he says, oh, no, I know what I'm doing, then guess what? You did your job, man. You warned the brother. Now, whatever happens to him later on, that's what he deserves. Or he's going to be what? He's like, yeah, bro, you're right. Let me go down this path that you say. And then guess what? He delivered his own soul, It works vice versa. It says, so thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die if thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from his way, that the wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require it at thine hand. Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. See? So we're covering our own selves. We're waking up the 1/3 of Israel and 144,000 men. We're waking up the chosen men of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. And we're condemning the 2/3 of Israel to destiny to be destroyed, man. So we're accomplishing all jobs that's at hand, teaching the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, making videos, going on highways and byways, making live shows, doing the things that are necessary for us to do, man. That are required for us to do, I should say. So, I mean, that's basically, the hit of the lesson. Ezekiel 33 kind of summed everything up. And then, like I brought out in Leviticus, it says, "What I shall not suffer sin upon thy neighbor any wise, rebuke him, and suffer not sin upon him, man." So guess what, man? If we see somebody going off, or if we see somebody that's not doing what according to the scriptures, we should rebuke him openly, because that is better than secret love. We should rebuke him openly, and Lord willing, save his soul, But Lord willing, I hope this video was edifying for you, brothers. I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, and double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Until next time, Shalom.